Hi everyone, this is Professor Gaffney with already our last video for the class, at least our last introductory video for week 4. I've posted some information for you on eCampus, of course, but before I go more into what we're coming into, I wanted to say that I'm very pleased with how the midterms turned out. In particular, I was happy with the way that you were using examples from the text for the most part. You were really thoughtful about your answers as well, which is great, which is what professors, of course, always like to see. Some things to keep in mind for future. You want to make sure that you're always double and triple checking that you're meeting all the assignment requirements. There were some, excuse me, some points lost in cases for writing answers that didn't meet the assignment description, in particular that didn't have the number of paragraphs or the number of sentences per paragraph. So for the final exam, do yourself a favor and make sure that you're taking a look at what the instructions are before you hit submit, and obviously before you write your answers. So we are coming to the end. Your working bibliographies, I think there's been a little bit of confusion about getting people in groups. You needed to post your preference of topic, and I put you in groups. You do not choose your own groups. So because of that, I have extended the deadline for a day or two to allow for people to get together. If you've not posted a preference of group, you're pretty much going to have to do your own working bibliography at this point. It's too late to get you in a group and expect your group mates to work with you when the assignment's due in just a couple days. So if you did not express a preference, if you are not in a group, then you're going to need to do your own bibliography. For the paper then, I've added some new details to the assignment description. In particular, for the research paper, I want to make it very clear that you are not to use I or you as subjects in your sentences in the research paper. This is entirely something in third person, and I would like to see that happen for the final exam as well. I did not specify it for the visual analysis paper, so if you didn't do that, don't worry. That was on me for not specifying it with the visual analysis assignment. But for the research paper, I really want to insist that you're not using you or I, that instead you're using subjects that are third person. Things I gave some examples on eCampus of like South Africans, researchers. Those kinds of subjects will be more productive and give you the kind of tone that you really want to work for in a research paper. So in addition to that, you want to make sure that you are sticking to no more than 50% of the word count of your essay being from a source. And it doesn't matter if you're quoting, keeping it word for word in quotation marks, or whether you're paraphrasing or summarizing, putting what you have read into your own words and then citing it. Altogether, that should be no more than 50% of your word count. So keep an eye on that. I've posted some videos on plagiarism to help you explore further what it means and how to avoid it. I like both videos very much, though one of the videos recommends a service that I don't have any experience with, so I certainly don't recommend it. The other video talks about using Turnitin as a way to help you identify whether you've plagiarized before you submit your essay, and I think that's a great idea. That's one of the benefits of using Turnitin. So feel free to do that if you feel like that would be helpful. I'm also willing to look at parts of papers or papers to answer questions you have or give feedback before the final draft is due. Papers due next week already. And then after that, all there is the final exam. Grades are due on July 8th. And our work needs to wrap up no later than July 4th so that I can get those grades calculated and submitted to the college on time. So that's about it for now. Again, I want to thank you for keeping up with the pace. This is a crazy fast class, and I'm really proud of the work that you're doing. As always, if you have any questions as you're working through this week, please let me know, and have a good week. Bye.